And just in general, were there any caveats that you would have in looking at someone's reaction to a situation or the way they responded to what they claim is a threat? For instance, some people respond to threats by getting angry and sort of they turn on it, and that could have to do with how they were raised, situations they were in. So I'm always a little loath to sort of put my own interpretations on what I see as to how someone responds to any given situation.
I think it's a great point, Michael. I really think that is a deeply profound and mature way of seeing it, at least certainly with myself. I'm never ashamed of any case I prosecuted ever. And I believe that every single person that I prosecuted was guilty of the offense. It was very important to me to have that solid sensibility, despite how difficult the evidence may be. But I have learned as I've gotten older to be careful to supplant my feeling about how a person should react or would react, as opposed to how other people who have different life experiences, grew up in a different way, different race perhaps, different socioeconomic background, different mental health history, different education level, so on and so forth than the other. We are all very unique. So I am use the word loathe, very careful, much more circumspect now that I don't jump to a conclusion to say, well, I wouldn't have responded that way. Just like when I first started out, if I may use an example, who would ever confess to a crime they didn't commit? Well, the fact is, it happens, and it happens with a greater degree of frequency than we would care to believe or admit.
All right, if we're looking at self-defense, domestic violence claims by the defendant, and you hear that there was a bloodstained bill, a bloodstained credit card belonging to the victim, does that give you enough to start painting any kind of picture in your mind, evidence-wise, or not really?
Not really, at least taken alone. I think that we also jump a lot of times on a particular piece of evidence and say it means this, or it's the and what are those TV shows? I don't even watch them with all the letters. That is the killer piece of evidence there. It's very unusual that happens in a trial.
Good point.
All right, Bob, stand by.